So, remembering it was, oh God, it's hard to believe. 40 years ago, the movie Soul Man with C Thomas Howell when he was in blackface. Mm. There was actually a time that he was as popular as the Sheen brothers, as Tom Cruise. But there was outrage about this movie. A white actor in blackface with a curly hair and trying to pose. And that's the typical Hollywood way. They shut out the color purple, but they fund movies like this. Blackface is always sold in Hollywood, Birth of a Nation, so this shouldn't surprise you. Now, this film, I believe it's still on Tubi. You probably would cringe at it today, and you kind of wonder why would they even let something like this out, but they still do blackface. They haven't really changed, you know. Um, the movie was offensive, and I cringed at it. You know, it was built on stereotypes. He did say in the movie he couldn't identify with being black at the end. Sad thing, James Earl Jones was in the movie, who I had great respect for as an actor. But you got to remember, paycheck's a paycheck. People do whatever they do, and they tend to look the other way for things that they don't quite want to explain. This is one of them. Um, just one of those movies that you just cringe, but you just what you gonna do about it? You know, what are you going to do about it? Um, it's just one of those things that you just can't even put into perspective, can't put into words. Um, I watched the film long time ago, and one time was too many. It was a whack movie, and then the racial aspects of it made it deplorable. But then I'm also a firm believer Hollywood will do this. They will do this. They've always rewarded white actors and actresses in blackface. They've always found a way to make an excuse, and they put a budget behind it. I don't think it did no wonders for C. Thomas Howell. Now, Ray Dong Chung, who was the actress in the movie, she was the love interest in the movie. They get a lot of feedback of people, there was protesting. There was, of course, people used to actually protest and say stuff. The 80s was wild for that, you know, ambiguity, playing and portraying whatever you wanted. And that's why, when you think about things like that, wasn't that long ago, some people who grew up in that particular time period uh will tell you the 80s was tough on the mindset because it's a very chemical balance era. A lot of process, a lot of that mindset, and to run, but to accept it in the ways that was just blatant, you know. But then again, I ask, has it really changed that much? I mean, you still see a lot of that typecast that goes on. Who's going to speak out on it? And yeah, the movie Soul Man, C. Thomas Howell was a very offensive film. Wasn't that long ago. It's the things that you remember that they pass off as something they want you to see, and you know the way they go about it, and you have to ask yourself, have we not come no far? Not really, not really, because this is what they throw at you. So anyway, um, it was a deplorable film, and it was offensive, but that's what Hollywood put money on. And they'll act like it doesn't mean anything because like I said before, they still promote blackface. They still do. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. My one time peace.